Welcome to the Incline Interviews Podcast, where I hike with local incliners and you get to hang out with us. My name's Trevor, and today we're hiking with Rudy Burgos.
What's up? Hello, my name is Rudy and I'm a local dentist and incliner.
Hey, we got a pretty sunrise behind us, nice and early. It's about 5:30 and we got to get this done before Rudy has to go work on some teeth. He's a dentist. So Rudy is known as the ninja on the mountains. He has a successful YouTube channel. It has that name. You should look it up. And he loves ultra running, Spartan racing. He's done an incline-a-thon, which is 13 laps up and down. So man, you love running, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was telling me he's run every single day for the last 4 years. Is that right?
That's about right, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite the accomplishment. So, before we get into all the physical accomplishments, I wanted to do a little bit of background stories with you.
Okay.
Talking about like how you grew up. You said it was in Cuba. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I was born and till I was 12 years old, I lived in communist Cuba. And that kind of set me up to be where I am today. Just being grateful for literally everything. You grow in a communist country, there's limitations to literally everything, from shoes to school supplies to food to water, everything we were limited on. So
and the government like gives you a list of things you're allowed to have every month, right?
the government gives you like a notebook where you go buy, let's say, rice. You have a family of 4, they'll give you a pound of rice for each for the whole month, so you get 4 pounds of rice. Say if you have a family member or some visitor that wants to come in, you can't buy any extra rice. You just don't go to the store and buy whatever you want. You get told how much to buy and when to buy it, and that's it. You cannot go and buy extra burgers or extra buns for a barbecue. It just doesn't exist.
So even if you wanted to, it does not exist, the infrastructure.
Yeah, you just cannot buy it. It's just, you have a stamp that says you can buy 1 bread per day and you cannot go buy 2. And
it's so different than here. Huh.
Everything. If you want to go to, let's say me, I'm a dentist. If you want to go to a dentist, it's free dentistry, but because it's free, they don't have anesthesia, they don't have filling materials. The drill's been used for many, many, many years with the same drill bit. Even braces, if you wanted to put braces, you gotta wait till somebody removes their braces, sterilize their brackets, and then you put it on somebody else's mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it just because materials are so limited?
Yeah, that's if you're lucky and you found some braces. Like here in the US, every teenager has braces. I only met like a handful of people that have ever had braces in Cuba. They don't do that. And
so that kind of speaks pretty well to the challenges that existed. What other kind of issues did you face as you were growing up?
I mean, we grew up in a time where Cuba was kind of going through a tough time. It's called a special period. And we had electricity for 4 hours and they'll remove it for 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
4 hours on, 4 hours off. And it's a tropical country. So it's like 90, 95 degrees.
Yeah, so you gotta somehow
every single day.
figure out how to make it for 4 hours without AC.
Yeah. So I remember being like 10 years old and we'll go set up our beds on top of the roof of the house.
Wow.
Because it was a little cooler up there. And we'll sleep on the roof of the house. Not because we wanted to camp, because it was so hot inside that you just couldn't. And same thing with water. They'll put water one day and then there won't be water for 2 days. So you had to fill up a reservoir of water.
And also you were saying as a kid, like for entertainment, you had to make your own toys and
yeah, so
like
TV is also limited. Everything's limited. So TV only starts at 4:30 p.m. So the whole morning there's no TV shows going on, at least when I lived there. And then at 4:30 TV starts until like 10 or 11. It's only 2 channels and they're all government guided. Everything's propaganda, nothing is true. And they just kind of keep you in that route. Kids get 45 minutes of cartoons and there's only the one cartoon that they show. There's no YouTube, there's no DVDs that you could play movies on.
No, like being on the internet or...
None of that.
No free
no,
thought.
no free thinking at all. Just 45 minutes of cartoons that they give you, whether you like it or not. It's only one cartoon. You cannot switch from SpongeBob to Bluey or whatever Toy Story. That just doesn't exist. And so kids are left on their own to find entertainment, and because it's limited, you don't have like a baseball or a basketball you can go buy. So some people will have a basketball that was passed down from the grandparents, that all that leather had already been worn out.
Oh man.
But it was the one ball in the one neighborhood, so we all had to wait for that kid to come down to play basketball.
Kid.
Yeah.
And everybody just cherished the basketball.
Yeah. If you play, let's say, baseball where you need gloves, well, there'll be, I don't know how many people in the outfield, but half of us in the outfield will be catching the ball with bare hands because there's only gloves for the infield.
Yeah.
And Cuba's huge on baseball, so we all play baseball barefoot, using a stick as a bat rather than a bat because nobody had a bat. And sometimes only the infield had gloves. Nobody has spikes. Nobody had fancy clothing. Nobody had Gatorade. So yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, and you were mentioning like for transportation and like riding on a scooter. Would you have to tell me about your scooter and your bike?
Yeah, so transportation is also government funded. Only a handful of people have cars. My dad was a dentist and he served a mission, so the government gave him right to buy a car. But even that is limited, so they only give them like 30 liters of gas a month. So imagine if you're like, oh, I want to go to the gas station, fill up because I want to go on a trip. Well, there you can only use the 30 liters they gave you. You cannot go buy gas whenever you want and fill up whenever you want. And we have family that lived on the other side of the country. So my dad, what he would do, he'll save his 30 liters every month. And at the end of the year, we could take a road trip to see my grandparents.
Yeah.
But because you cannot stop at gas stations and fill up, you have to take all the gas with you.
Right.
So we had like tank gases on top of our car, making it extremely dangerous and heavy. But it's the only way.
And then it also seems like a commodity that people would want to steal.
Oh yeah.
It takes so long to get
that.
So
my dad only, if he wanted, he had a car, but he didn't ride it to work. But let's say it was an important day, because he was a dentist, so sometimes he had important days, so he only put enough gas for the one day.
Yeah.
He wouldn't just fill up the tank because somebody will empty it and steal it from you.
Right, yeah, suck it out.
Because the necessities, people also steal a lot. Even like a light bulb that you leave outside of your house.
Oh, wow.
So you could turn on when you come at night. Those are gone over there overnight. So you gotta like turn it on before you go to bed. Go take your light bulb, put it inside because they will steal it.
Oh man. And you were saying as a kid, you wanted a scooter, so you had to actually build your own.
Yeah.
You want to tell me about that?
So yeah, I was telling Trevor, I mean, I really wanted a bicycle. No one could just go buy a bicycle. I remember one time I saw a bicycle in a store and I was throwing a tantrum because I wanted to buy it. But to buy anything, you need a permit.
Crazy.
Like my dad needed a permit to buy a car.
Yeah.
You need a permit to buy a bike.
To buy a bicycle.
So
wow.
My sister was going to medical school and they gave her, because she was going to be a doctor, they gave her the right to buy a bicycle so she could get to school. So she just got that coupon and bought the bike for me. So that was the first bike I had.
Yeah.
But before that, kids for entertainment, you know, like scooters here, they're really cool. Over there, we kind of had to make them out of wood. So I can send you a picture so you can kind of attach it to the video. But
yeah, that'd be cool.
We make these things in Cuba. It's called carriola or chivichana, which is basically a wooden structure. And for wheels, we use metal ball bearings. So that was pretty much my scooter that I had to make myself when I was 10 years old. Almost every kid in Cuba tries to make one of this or get their dad to make one of them for them.
Yeah.
So it's like the way to ride around. And I was pretty good at that. I made a bunch for my friends, and yeah.
That's cool. And you mentioned you picked up surfing also while you were down there.
Yeah.
You said you learned how to surf before you learned how to swim?
Yeah, so true story. I live very close to the beach in Cuba, so we'll go to the beach every single day fishing. And when there was waves, there was an area where they had a really shallow platform, and we just wait for the wave and ride it in. And little by little, doing that and falling and getting tumbled, I kind of learned to swim. But at first, I didn't know how to swim.
So you were just
I was just going on that shallow spot and going for it. So yeah.
Okay, so if you fell off, it was still, you could stand up.
Yeah.
And it'd be pretty good.
But even surfing, everything was made. You can't just go buy a surfboard or a boogie board or a fin. So we used to go to schools, and the tabletop in the school, we'll cut those out, shape them like a surfboard.
Oh, interesting.
And
so it's like a flat piece of wood, but
like a flat piece of wood.
Very buoyant, so you could stand on it.
It wasn't buoyant, but the waves are so good that you pick up speed right away, and that heavy board all of a sudden starts to float because you're just going so fast.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like you have to carry that heavy piece of wood to the water and stuff.
Yeah.
Quite the workout. Were you always athletic as a kid? Did you run when you were younger?
I didn't run, but I guess I had undiagnosed ADHD. I definitely never stay still. So I was either always on the beach surfing or trying to kill birds with a slingshot and eat the birds.
Yeah.
Any bird. There was no discrimination because again, there's no food. So me and my friends on Saturdays go with a slingshot and shoot a few birds and make a fire pit and eat it at the end of the day. It's fun times.
Yeah. And then, so what encouraged you to move from Cuba to the United States, and when did that happen?
So, I mean, everybody's always, since young, they want to get out of the country because there's no resources. So everybody's always ready to get out. But being a communist country, you can't free travel. You can only travel to communist countries. So I could probably go to Nicaragua, maybe Venezuela, maybe Russia. But every other country in the world, you cannot step foot in. So that's why so many people illegally immigrate or migrate, however you want to call it. Me specific, my dad tried to come like 3 times. His mom was living here in the US, and she sent him invitations to come. But because he was a dentist, they wouldn't let him leave the country. So we never could leave the route. And there was one time, I think in the 90s, that they did a visa lottery, and my mom won the visa lottery, and that's how we got to leave the country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is a visa lottery in Cuba that says you're allowed to go.
It was from America, from the US.
From America, sponsored. Okay.
And they only, I don't know, they were given like 1,000 visas.
So you got the visa and you had to slip out?
Well, no, we got the visa and then we could legally come.
Okay.
So my grandma from
Cuba
here.
let you leave?
Yeah, they let us leave. So
Okay.
my dad had to resign his license. He has to resign everything. He could never be a dentist there. And they call him a traitor.
Really?
And that's how.
Yeah.
but we
That's why
still
they're
left the
taking
country.
away the license. So he like try to keep him to stay.
Yeah.
So you moved here.
And he had to resign everything prior to that interview so they wouldn't suspect, oh, this guy's leaving the country. He just said, oh, I'm done being a dentist. And then a few months later, he said, oh, this is the reason why I'm only trying to leave the country.
Otherwise, they would have said no.
Yeah, I would have said no.
So once you got to the U.S., what was it like transitioning? And what were the biggest differences you noticed right away?
So I remember one of the biggest shockers that night when I got here. I went to take a shower and displaying to me the hot water and the cold water. I had never taken a hot shower in my life. Over there, you shower with a bucket, fill it up with water, take a little cup, throw it over your head. So sometimes we'll boil the water in the winter and it'll be kind of warm, but I never seen hot water coming out of the faucet. So.
Yeah, man, the things we take for granted
Yeah.
here.
And the smell of the water, I remember being the water so clean.
Yeah.
And everything's so clean. Like everything in Cuba, because there's no AC, open doors, everywhere you go, everything looks dirty and old. People don't paint their houses. So I remember bright everything when I came here. Like everything was clean.
Yeah.
Everything was bright, hot water, everybody in cars. That was quite weird. Yeah, and the AC, it took me a while to get used to AC. I remember I was wearing sweaters and jackets almost every day. I never live with AC. So those two things I remember being kind of shocking.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then English obviously wasn't your first language.
No.
You had to learn it all while you were here. English
was rough to learn for me because I lived in Miami, and if you ever been to Miami or know anybody that lives there, 95% of the population speaks Spanish. So I was doing that. I wasn't learning English. It took me a while until I got my first job, and my girlfriend, now wife, we kind of started talking in English, and I would talk to her in English, and she was trying to learn Spanish, so she would talk back in Spanish to me. It took me a while, but eventually I got the hang of it. I had to translate everything. When people say a sentence, I had to sit a few seconds and translate it in my head.
Yeah.
Until now, I don't even think about it. It just kind of goes, but
yeah,
it took me a while.
And how did you meet Chatty, your wife?
We met at work. She was like a new employee, and I told my boss I want to go on a date with her. And he said, okay, I'll make sure that happens. So he arranged our lunches at the same time. And
cool.
From there, that was the first date, pretty much.
Yeah.
Today, now we just made 22 years married recently.
Amazing, so. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
And what were you working as?
I was like a cashier.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where I learned English too, because my first real job, it was a Walgreens, so everything had to be in English. Although it's in Miami, every single customer speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
But at least I was more forced.
Yeah.
And
that forcing mechanism, push you out of that comfort zone.
Yeah. So no other way.
And at what point did you decide, hey, I'm gonna be a dentist? Because a dentist, like, that takes a lot of dedication, a lot of studying, all in English. Like, that's a pretty hard path to take. Did you know from a young age you wanted to be it? Because your dad was one?
I really never thought about it. I was just going to school, like automatic, like everybody. I wanted to be a surfer. At one point, I wanted to be a basketball player. But when reality hits you, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna be a surfer or a basketball player. That's the 1%ers, or it's really hard.
Yeah.
So I just was doing decent in school, and I was like, okay, well, I'll check out the dental program. My dad's a dentist. So when I was in college, I went with some friends to a dental school, and I liked the whole idea of it. And I was like, well, I could make enough money with that where I could surf and play basketball whenever I want. So that was the idea behind it. And it stuck with me, and I love my job now, so it's been great.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Morning, Gary. And how was the schooling process and like the learning process, because it was in a new language?
Yeah.
Did you have English down by that point?
I at that point I could speak it pretty well. I could understand it pretty well, but I had to read things where you might read it once or twice. I had to read things 4 or 5 times for it to stick in my head. First time translating it, second time kind of assimilating it, and then to memorize it. So my first semester, I was actually failing some classes, and I realized I was gonna be paying almost $40,000 a year for school. So I needed to buckle up.
Yeah, no messing up, right?
No messing up.
No getting halfway and quitting.
No way. No, that was never accepted.
Yeah.
Especially coming from no money, I wasn't gonna be in debt.
Yeah.
And not have something to show for it. So
the exact opposite scenario you could ever dream of.
Yeah. So I started reading things 4 or 5 times until it stuck. And that's how I pretty much made it through.
And how many years of schooling is it to become a dentist?
So after high school is 8 years of schooling.
Wow.
Yeah, so quite a bit.
Definitely dedication.
And classes like pharmacology and microbiology, where it's not only a foreign language of its own, but then learning it on English.
Yeah.
And sometimes what gets me from a second language is the technicalities, like the little, what is not, or like a little word that you just throw you to curve. That is already kind of a hard word. So those were the things that would get me on tests. I was smart in the whole concept, but when they throw the little words is when they will get me in questions. So yeah.
And right now you're a dentist in the Colorado Springs area.
I am.
So if you're listening and you need a dentist and you live here,
that's who I am.
Tell them about the place you work at.
So I work at Total Family Dentistry. It's a great office. People really do care for patients. I worked in many dental offices, And unfortunately, some of the things that the people say about the profession are true. There are some guys that are not so good or kind of scammy. So I like the place where I'm at. Everybody's honest, and we only treat what's needed. So I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have any favorite procedures that you do?
I like helping people. I like when people are grateful for whatever I did. Emergencies are my favorite because people come in pain, swelling, and I'm able to help them out. And a lot of times I don't even care if I get paid. I've done plenty of emergencies for free. I adopted it from the previous guy I bought my office in Florida. So he had a thing like, if anybody came in pain, you get them out of pain, then you figure out whatever their financial is. So
Yeah.
I kind of kept that.
I love that.
If somebody comes in pain, they're like, oh, I don't have any money. I'm like, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll take care of you. Somebody else will pay for it.
I'm not going to make you leave in pain. Yeah.
No.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's more important things in life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Absolutely.
like I remember a few years ago, I had to get a crown because the one I had it broke.
Yeah.
And that crown is the best tooth I have in my mouth right now. It is like just so perfect. So you like 3D printed it on the spot. Usually you have to wait like weeks to get a crown in.
Yeah, technology here is definitely.
Man.
It's another thing about
You did a good
communism.
job.
Like if you go to my country and you have a toothache, there's no solution. You just pull them all out. Even if they have, sometimes they don't even have numbing. Here we could just do restore, and build up even a little knob of a tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you end up in Colorado? You started in Miami. How'd you get here?
We moved to Miami. That's pretty much a Cuban hub in the U.S. There's millions of Cubans there, so that's where everybody goes. And lived there most of my life, I guess. And eventually went to dental school. I was sick and tired of the cold where I went to school, so went back to Miami and had my own office, and everything was running good there. But started traveling as I had money. And I came to Colorado a few times, and I did a couple 14ers. Then I was like, well, I kind of want to do them all. So I came back a third time by myself, did like another couple 14ers, and spent a couple $1,000s. And at that point I decided this is gonna be expensive hobby. I better move to Colorado. Had like a midlife crisis. And I was like, where do I want to live the second half of my life?
Yeah.
I want to be somewhere where I'm happy, and I want mountains in my life. So I love snowboarding and climbing stuff. So that brought me
The
to Colorado.
natural fit, right?
Yeah,
Plus you got to finish that challenge you started. So
yeah.
before we talk about the 14ers though, which we will, I want to talk about American Ninja Warrior, because that's kind of your nickname, the ninja on the mountains.
Yeah.
Walk me through like American Ninja Warrior, like tell me what it is, and then like, how did you get noticed by the judges and the people in your auditions?
So at that point, I was kind of doing all kinds of races every weekend, triathlons, half marathons, all kinds of things. And a friend of mine came, Spartan races with obstacles. So a friend of mine came and said, why don't you apply for American Ninja Warrior? It's like obstacles, super fun. And I was like, I don't really do upper body obstacles that much, but watched a couple episodes and I'm like, man, that's so cool. So I submitted an application with a few of my Spartan friends, and I think what attracted, what they liked about my story is that I was the only dentist in the southern part of Florida that took care of people with special needs. So I had a community over like 2,000, 3,000 special needs patients. And American Ninja Warrior like that. They like stories.
Yeah, that's amazing.
They really like that story. So they call me in. Skills to them is not as important as a story. So I had a great story. Skills were okay. But after I got accepted, I got serious. Started working out more and more and more, and like trying to do obstacles.
Yeah, I saw some of your old YouTube videos where you have the half pipe in your backyard, and you built all of the gymnastics equipment.
Yeah. We were doing construction on my house, and I was like, well, all the wood from the demolition, I'm gonna repurpose it. And
that's where the wood came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And made the Ninja Warrior gym, which is tons of fun. Had people come over every weekend and train. So yeah, so that was an experience.
Yeah, so you made it on season 8, if you ever want to, anybody watching wants to check it out. And you started training a bunch. You had the training in your backyard.
Yeah.
What was it like actually getting on the show and like living in that moment? I think you wore your scrubs, right? If I remember correctly.
I wear my dental scrubs. I wanted to represent dentistry, and scrubs are comfortable enough where you could do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was a weird experience because they called us in. I was supposed to show up at 6 p.m. So I'm thinking,
oh, that's late.
Well, maybe they start filming at 8 when it gets dark. But I didn't realize that for mass TV production, especially outdoors, they wait till everybody's sleeping. There's no car traffic, so they could film with no noise. So we started recording at 12 midnight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I had a newborn at the time, and my wife was kind of waiting to see me. And I was like, honey, we're gonna be here 6 hours, and I'm actually gonna get recorded around 12:30.
Yeah.
And so that was a challenge. And also just trying to stay awake and be ready to go at midnight. It's not a natural thing. I'm more of a morning person.
So tired by that point.
And just mentally, you're not there. Like even like when I'm gonna go for a run at night, it's not like intense. It's just something easy. My intense stuff's always in the morning. So to do something intense in the middle of the night was so weird.
Yeah, after being awake for almost 24 hours.
Ninja is safe.
Yeah, you do.
So I watched the episode. You did awesome.
Thank you.
It was really cool.
Thank you.
It's neat to see somebody actually do those courses because they're so iconic, right?
Yeah.
Like all of the events and the obstacles they make you do. So that was pretty cool. And then I wanted to know, like, do you think you'll ever train again and try to get back on the show?
So I did actually after I got in that year, I really went crazy on it, and my ninja gym got huge. And I had met all the ninja community in South Florida. So I had tons of people come to my house and work out, and I really got good second time around. But when I applied a second time, I didn't want to use my same story. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm milking people with special needs. I just wanted to be on my own. So I didn't submit that about treating patients with special needs. And I think it just wasn't a hot enough story for them the second time.
Yeah.
But then they just didn't call me in.
Because with them, it's mainly about the story.
It's mainly, I mean,
get people's
they
attention.
do like the people that were really good at filming, recording, like this stuff. They do a lot of like B-rolls and a lot of recording. And me being new, I wasn't too good at it. English being my second language, I was very nervous. So it was hard for me to do all the recording, and I think that might also be played part of it. Had I had more like bubbly personality or more TV liked, they would have definitely called me in.
Yeah. Well, man,
which is those guys that come back just because they're good TV personalities.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're very like memorable.
Likeable. Yeah.
Well, you made it though.
Yeah, I made it. It was fun for sure.
That's the amazing thing. I know a ninja. It's so cool. So let's rewind a little bit. When you were studying for dentistry school, you mentioned there was a part of your story where you gained weight and then you lost it. And you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, so at that point when I was saying that, started studying really, really hard, reading things 3 and 4 times. I just stopped doing anything but school, just study. So gained a ton of weight. And then I came back to Florida for a visit, and I gained so much weight that I didn't even want to take my shirt off at the beach. And my friends started teasing me, this and that.
Oh no.
And they had all starting into running. It's fine, it's good teasing.
Yeah.
I don't mind bullying. Bullying made me who I am today, so that's fine.
It motivated you to change, right?
I'm not afraid of somebody pushing me.
Yeah.
So my friends were like, oh dude, you're looking like a fatso, you're not doing anything in your life, what's this? Like, well, I'm going to school, but I turned it around and then started working out every day. I didn't like running at the time. I hated running. So I did a lot of mountain biking. I destroyed like 3 mountain bikes. And I lost 50 pounds on the way.
It's hard to imagine you being 50 or 60 pounds heavier.
I'm tall, so you couldn't tell a whole lot, but my arms, my legs, everything was just like definitely wider for sure.
So you got into running basically around that time, right? That's when
I started biking
as you got
lost
more fit.
all the weight biking pretty much. And then I started, a couple of friends, at that time I smoked too. So running was kind of hard being a smoker. But I had a couple of good friends in dental school that are like, oh man, you bike, you do all these things, you'll be fine. So I started little by little and eventually just started running every day.
Yeah, now you're like an impressive endurance athlete. So much running every single day. It's very inspiring to always see like, oh, there's Rudy running with his dog Pike. Like, it's a guarantee. I know I'll always see something from you.
I'm not super fast, but I just try to get out there. I just want to be in good shape for life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend, Andre, that his thing is always like, stay ready. So if he calls me tomorrow, he's like, let's do a marathon. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's go climb a mountain. I'm ready. Let's do it. So you stay ready. You're always ready. So
yeah, you guys are wild. Y'all always doing challenges.
Always doing something.
So now we'll do that 14er story. So you were doing them from afar in the beginning, fell in love with 14ers, decided to move here. How many 14ers are there? It's like
58.
58 14ers.
I've done 57 because I didn't do Culebra. I don't feel like you have to pay to do something. And it's just another mountain. I really don't care. I've done the other ones. I repeated them a bunch of times. So
okay,
Culebra,
yeah, we won't count that one.
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying, yeah.
So
I like doing things on my own terms.
Yeah.
Feels like communism, Culebra.
Yeah, a little too close to communism.
You can only come on Saturday. You can only come on this. It's like they try to put communism in the incline by making a scheduled time. Oh, you can only come at 12. Screw that, man. It's the U.S. Go whenever you want. Nobody's telling me what to do.
And get this, you know how hot it is in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
All these tourists are coming at like noon, 1 p.m. when it's so hot.
They're
overheating.
Yeah.
This reservation system is going to get somebody killed.
It is.
It's absolutely insane.
Dumb. Yeah. So that's one thing that I stand for in here, because I know what it's not to have freedom. So I stand for liberty as much as I can. I cherish it. I love it.
That's what I think about when I think of you.
People don't know what they have here, man. They really don't. You don't want communism. You really don't.
Doesn't sound like it. Permission to buy a bike. Like, only get 1 bag of rice.
Mandatory military. Mandatory this. Everything is they're telling you what to do. I don't even trust the government with my tax money or anything. Nevertheless, make every decision for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, whoever is all political, think communism is good. I invite you to live on a communist country for 2 weeks. You don't even need a month. 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks.
Get to hang out with the real people, see what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they always say, no, we'll do communists better than they did.
No, they never.
No, you can't do it.
This is corrupt, 100%.
So, favorite 14er?
Favorite
we'll go
14er.
Back to 14ers.
Yeah. Say favorite 14er. I mean, the Traverses. I done 2 Traverses, and those were super epic. Maroon Bells Traverse and El Diente Wilson. Oh yeah, Peak Wilson Mountain.
Those have a good rep.
Those were really probably the best days for me, because they were like 20-some mile days with scrambling and just a lot of endurance. So it doesn't get any better than that. You get endurance, you get exposure, you get a little bit of fear.
Yeah.
And you get really tired.
A long day, lots of miles, wear yourself out.
So those are the epic ones.
It feels so accomplishing whenever you just find that empty part of your tank.
Yeah.
And you're just like completely depleted.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a 14er that kind of scared you? Or like a Traverse that was kind of scary?
I mean, I have a close friend. He actually has a video on YouTube on it. He had done all 57, or 56, he just needed a Maroon Bell. And he had a guide, because this guy has cerebral palsy. So he didn't hire somebody. Somebody that's very experienced volunteered to take him on the Traverse. The guy had already climbed Kilimanjaro. I'm almost 100% sure he had climbed Everest. Very accomplished climber.
Yeah.
He goes with my friend to take him on his last one. Guy slips and dies.
The guide.
The guide.
The experienced guide.
The experienced guy.
It can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, man, I don't care how much I train, how good I feel. Anything could happen. So
man.
That was really, really in the back of my mind when I was doing that Traverse, when I did Capitol Peak. But you gotta channel all your fear energy into being focused. So I was extra focused, that's for sure, on those days.
Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna go hike all the 14ers like it's just a regular challenge, and it's not that hard, and it's like, no, it could be a deadly challenge.
Yeah.
You gotta really respect it.
There's a lot of them that are super, super scary for sure.
Yeah, I would say like half of them are going to be in the easy category.
I'd say 3/4 are fairly easy.
Okay.
Yeah. But then there's like that last quarter, and I, being a little bit of rock climbing experience, I try to always take the more spicy routes.
Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah,
Why would you take the boring route? So, what I'd like to do then is mention your YouTube channel, because it's pretty cool. You did all these 14ers. You recorded almost all of them and put them up, which is kind of a rare thing. There's not a lot of footage on some of these 14ers. So that's actually how I met you.
Yeah.
It was all those years ago. We started messaging on YouTube, and you were my first friend I made when we moved to Colorado Springs because of YouTube. So that's pretty cool. Have you met other people through YouTube?
Oh yeah, I met tons of people. I'm very recognizable with my dog. He's always with me. So a lot of people by myself won't recognize him when they see me and the dog. They're like, oh, this is definitely that guy. So a lot of people just stop and make conversation. And yeah, it's been fun. It was fun. I have a little bit of memory issue. All 4 of my grandparents had Alzheimer's. My dad has Alzheimer's. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna get me at some point. So that was my reason to make a YouTube channel. So I could remember all my stories. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty meaningful.
So I told my kids, when I get old, lose my memory, just play my videos and let me relive them again.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's been great because a lot of people do the 14ers, even some of the ones I did that I didn't record. I don't remember anything about them. Like I just remember I did it, but doing the videos, I remember all the details, what I was thinking, how tired I was. So I love that about it. Yeah, can always go back and revisit them, show my kids, whatever.
Yeah, that kind of brings it home on a personal level. Like it's neat to make videos and content for other people to watch, but for you, making it for you and your kids,
for
it's even more important.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about some of the ultras you do, because now you're real big into fitness. The Spartans, you got a tattoo on your leg.
Yeah.
Spartan Ultra Beast, that's got to mean something to you if you tattooed it on your leg.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So back when that time, before the Ninja Warrior we were talking about earlier, and I told you I was racing every weekend, I was doing Spartan races. And with Spartan races started with smaller races. And then like the second or third year, they came up with this Spartan Ultra Beast, which was a little bit over a marathon. And it had like something like 80 obstacles. It was ridiculous.
That's a lot.
So
and each obstacle is like what? Give me an example.
It's like the normal obstacles for the Spartan, but after you do like 80 of them, or you run 20 some miles, you know, they start to get to you. So we signed up for that first one in Vermont. Very epic race. I think it had like less than 10% finishing rate.
Wow.
It's like 90% of the people DNF. It was such a hard race, and a ski resort. It's going up and down, doing obstacles. And I was one of the 10% that finished. I actually finished top 10.
Oh my gosh.
And
top 10 of the 10%?
Of the Ultra Beast,
so you're like way up there.
Yeah, and I don't know how I was destroyed. I just kept going, and I guess people kept dropping out because it was cold and long. So for getting that top 10, Spartan gave me a pass to all their races for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a money saver.
It was.
It gets you on races you wouldn't have done too.
So that year, I said I'm gonna try to see as much of the US as I can, and I'll travel for every Spartan race. It'll be my traveling thing. So that's how I came to Colorado a couple times to do Spartan races. Went to California, went to New York, everywhere. Just wherever there was a race, all I had to pay was for my flight and hotel maybe. And so I went around the country doing Spartan races. Super fun, yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's a good experience for sure.
Do you have like a favorite race you did in a favorite part of the country?
That one, the Ultra Beast, I mean, it was miserable, but that's why it was so memorable. Yeah, and my friends couldn't finish it even. So it was very memorable because of that.
And you were telling me in one of these races, you got so cold you couldn't stop shaking, found out you had hypothermia, kind of developed a fear of cold water from this experience. And what did you do to fight that fear?
So we did another Ultra Beast in Tahoe, and that day was like 33, 34 degrees and rainy. And on top of that, The water was also 34 degrees. So
That's about as cold as it gets.
yeah, we had to do, because I was in the elite wave, we're mandatory to do a 50-meter swim in the water. And me being from Cuba and Florida, I do not like the cold. So I jumped in that water. I swam the 50-meter, grinding my teeth.
Yeah.
I could barely move. My body was like kind of going in shock, and I'm just trying to like make it to 50 meters. You get out of there, everything was soaked and wet. And it's 34 degrees outside and raining, so there's no sun to warm me up. So me, along with 800 other people, developed hypothermia.
800?
Yeah, it's one of the dumbest things Spartan has ever done.
Yeah.
They had to treat over 700 people for hypothermia.
Wow.
It was bad.
That's insane.
I was shivering, grinding my teeth so hard for like an hour until somebody gave me some tea at an aid station, and that kind of warmed me up.
Isn't that amazing how like you drink something warm, it like heats you up from the inside out, and that usually helps right away.
So that's how I kind of came back. But I developed fear of cold. I mean, I like snowboarding and being dry in the cold, but I developed a fear of cold water where I never want to be around cold water. From then on, every other race that I did, I'll opt to do the burpees and not jump in the water because I was afraid of the water. So yeah, I was afraid of the water for many, many years. And here in Colorado, then I discovered I had Raynaud's, which is you lose circulation to the tip of your fingers, toes and hand. So that made the fear even worse. And I discovered that you could treat it by doing more cold, because cold fear is also psychological. It's not only your body reacting, but it's mainly your brain being scared. So I started doing exactly what I was afraid of. I went towards my fear rather than run away from it. And with Trevor here, I think I did one of the first ones, and we started cold plunging.
Right down in the creek, right? We had
right down in the creek.
break through the ice, stomp through it.
Cold,
Next to the
cold
icicles, you just jump in that water.
Yeah, I remember the first one. I was so scared. My heart was about to jump out of my chest. And you told me, oh, it's only quick, just jump in and dip and get out. And man, after that, I was like, I did it. And
you get such a rush afterward, right?
That feeling, it hurts like hell, but then you get out and it's like, okay, ready to go. So
yeah, ready to fight a monster. You're just feeling so good.
And I became quite accustomed to the pain. I stopped worrying about it, what it would do to my body. I knew it was just gonna be pain. So I took it like doing the incline. Incline hurts, but you just get through it, so yeah.
And then, in typical Rudy fashion, you started doing it every day.
Every day, for
every
a whole
day.
year.
This guy did it for a whole year.
Yeah.
I
was freezing blocks of ice in the summer and keep it in my freezer. My wife was like, we don't have any meat. It was all blocks of ice.
It's just ice.
Just for me to do my stupid cold plunging, but yeah.
Yeah, you got this paddle tank,
Yeah.
drinking tank in your backyard. And it stayed cold for most of the year.
Yeah, I mean, Colorado water's cold, but yeah, I'll make it even colder.
Had a little hatchet next to the water so you could break through the 2 inches of ice every day.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. I got to join you on a few of those.
Yeah.
We go to lakes or something.
Yeah.
But man, that's a really good dedication, especially to something that kind of gave you some fear earlier in your life.
Yeah, and it got to a point where I was kind of looking forward to it. Just going through the pain, something that I normally hated. All of a sudden, I'm gonna go take a cold plunge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overcame that fear.
And you've been running every single day for 4 years. How did that start? And do you think you'll run every day until you just can't run anymore?
I'm definitely, right now, I'm just trying to be active every day. I stopped the running every day. So I did like 3.5 years, almost 4. But now I still stay active. Even if I haven't done anything, I just do 100 push-ups, some pull-ups.
I love that.
Stay active, yeah.
An activity a day.
An activity a day, yeah.
Never a lazy day.
Never late, no off days, yeah.
No off days, yeah. Your rest day is still a hard day. One of the coolest things you do, in my opinion, is you strap your snowboard on your back and you just start bushwhacking up a mountain, and you snowboard down these backcountry abandoned ski resorts with your dog running behind you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's why I moved to Colorado. Mountaineering, snowboarding, Yeah, right up there for me. So kind of like surfing, a wave could be like 20, 30 seconds long. Snowboarding, you're going forever. So I love that. I like the freedom of picking any mountain, picking any slope and going for it. Yeah, so did like 2 years of backcountry. After I got really good in this inbound skiing in the resorts, just went backcountry and it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's neat how you find these places. It's like, do you have a technique to find them, or?
There's a website, coloradoskihistory.com, that tells you all the abandoned ski resorts.
Okay.
I think at one point there was something over 200 ski resorts in Colorado. I think now it's only like 60. So more than half had to close down due to weather, financial issues, whatever, all kinds of stuff. But it is kind of sad that so many closed and only the big ones are left now. I guess the big ones took over, but yeah. I kind of wanted to dabble in the history, so I did that.
Yeah, it's neat to visit them and see the old buildings. And
yeah.
Some of them are open so that hikers can have a nice warm place in case of emergencies.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. The community will leave like a sleeping bag and candles in there and stuff.
Yeah, the Geneva Basin has like a full on, you could sleep in there. It's like a hut. You could stay there the night without a problem.
Yeah, that's pretty neat of the community to do. So tell me about the Manitou Incline. How did you first find it?
So before I visited, I had seen posts from other people doing the incline. So I was coming to a Spartan race in Breckenridge and I did the incline that day. And I remember I did a 34-minute my first time. Woo, wow. My heart, I was in top shape, but I thought my heart was gonna come out of my chest. I never felt my heart beat so hard in my whole entire life. That was something else. And I got hooked. The day after, I did Pikes Peak with a friend. Only the way up, I had to ride a train down because I was so tired. But yeah, that was my introduction to Colorado. And I absolutely loved it. So,
and you even did an incline-a-thon with Andre. I got the details here. You were the 34th finisher. You did it September 25th, 2023, and you did it in 17 hours.
Yeah, and I think we're the only ones that have done it as a duo. We started together and finished together.
Yeah, I did it with Joe, but he was faster than me.
Yeah.
But to finish the same minute and start the same minute,
yeah,
no one's done that before.
It was really encouraging because Andre is such a positive person. So whenever I have my low moments or whatever, we just had good conversations and we'll keep my mind off of things. So glad I did it with him.
Yeah, it like really motivates you when you're down because the other person's higher up.
Yeah, it takes away your doubts. They're like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, and you're big into Pikes Peak ascent and marathon running too. What do you love about those races?
I love that it's the toughest marathon in the U.S. That's
no joke.
Hands down. So I like that it's tough. I like that it's in my backyard. So yeah, and I already do it regardless. So race day, just go a little harder. But I already do it even if there wasn't a race. So I absolutely love the Pikes Peak Marathon. I love all the community here in Manitou. Great group of people. Everybody here on the incline's friendly for the most part. So
yeah,
I love it.
So what is some wisdom you want to leave with the listeners?
I'm big on reflecting, coming from a place of nothing. I think reflection and gratitude are my two biggest things. So every time I feel like I can't do something or something's going the hard way, I reflect on people that are having much harder times than me. Like just thinking back in my country, nobody does this stuff, nobody hikes for fun. You only hike or run if you're looking for food or something's chasing after you. It's not something that people just work out for fun. So I'm very grateful to live in this country, very grateful for all the things I have, grateful for being healthy and just being alive. Yeah. I think people need to do more of that. People are just whining and complaining about things that are not necessarily important. You're alive, you're healthy.
Well, Rudy, I'm thankful for your time.
Yeah.
Appreciate being here.
You're welcome.
I'm grateful for your friendship. I love that our families are close.
Yeah.
We got baptized together. Like, I view you as a brother, man.
Yeah.
And I cherish our friendship. So thanks for talking with me.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
All right, take care, guys. Thanks for listening.